Hi, welcome to another episode of Spyt-Takes. My name's Jens Anderson, aka Spittle.
And I'm Ellen Anderson.
Nice to see you here. Thanks for joining us. We're going to talk about the last episode of The Flash, which ran into our living rooms last Tuesday? Yes, Tuesday.
Mm-hmm. She's snoring already. She's like, whatever.
She was so excited for The Flash. She ran around so much. Now she's really super tired. Anyway, this was a tremendously cool episode. We actually saw one of the rogues show up. The real version of Weather Wizard, apparently. Mm-hmm. In the first episode, we actually saw a Weather Wizard. He was a young kid, and he turned out to be the younger brother of the real Weather Wizard. Both of them actually were in the plane that flew out off into the storm when the particle accelerator accident happened, and one of them ended up dying that episode, and the other one is now back to seek revenge for his dead brother. Mm-hmm. And of course, Detective West is the one who shot his younger brother, so he is seeking revenge by trying to hurt Detective West, his family, which means Iris and Barry and all those people. So, very cool episode all around. The things that I think... I mean, there were some shockers, right, in this episode?
Well, we all...
What do you mean, she was, like, blown away when something happened. Now she's all like, yeah, the shockingness was above what I thought it would be. Above average shockiness.
There were some things where you just knew were coming to a head and had to happen soon, and those things kind of happened.
Yeah, but how they unfolded was just unbelievable. I mean, let's just jump ahead, okay? As always, you should know that every episode of Spyt-Takes is spoiler-ridden. So don't be watching Spyt-Takes if you haven't seen these latest episodes, or if you care about spoilers if you haven't. If you don't, if you're like me, then watch away. But Cisco gets murdered!
I know, and I have to
like,
say,
horribly.
I did get a little weepy.
I know. I did too. I was like, wait, what? He's the dude who names people. Yeah. How are we going to name people?
So Cisco, he finds out.
Yeah,
he's suspicious.
I just wanted to go on the how could you give a tepid on the shockometer there. I mean, there's some shocking stuff that happened. Anyway, we'll get to that in a second. But early in the episode, basically Barry is running and he sees a reflection of himself, another version of himself. And and it goes away, and then he sort of stops, and he looks around for like, wait, did I actually see that? Did I not see that? And he goes about his day, and the episode goes forward and unfolds. And there's all sorts of things going on. There's really two storylines, kind of the relationship storyline between Eddie and Iris and Barry and Linda, and how really kind of the tension is still growing and the bond is still there between Iris and Barry, right? And I mean, look, Linda, oh nice, yeah, stay on her side. Excellent. Linda and Barry don't end up together. Iris and Barry end up together. That's how this works, okay? So we knew they'd get back together sooner or later. What ends up happening is sort of, let's go to the Weather Wizard part first. He's trying to find out which cop killed his brother. Learns it's West. They learn what's going on. Weather Wizard attacks Barry and West with a lightning bolt. Blows up their car. And Cisco basically builds this device, which is designed to kind of, he calls it the Weather Wand. Which, by the way, Weather Wizard has a wand in the comics. In fact, for DCUO, that's why we actually did a wand power source and even have those for a lot of the Magic characters. Which, by the way, would have been really cool, but certain people on the team were like, that's so lame. And so it ended up getting cut, unfortunately, even though it was totally canon.
Wands are stupid.
Hey, wands are dumb. That's dumb. Superheroes pick up buses. That's all they do. It was so lame. So it got cut and kind of relegated to, NPCs and stuff like that. Maybe one day. Anyway, this isn't about DCUO. This is about
The
Flash.
To us.
Come back. Come back to Spyt-Takes. So anyway, I'm not bitter, by the way. Anyway, so he makes this, but it's not really a wand. It's this big kind of tuning fork looking thing.
Right.
And it's supposed to pull his power, like sort of, excuse me, it's sort of meant to sap his power. And this device gets given to Detective West. And, of course, you and I both said it. Well, wait a minute. If it is used to kind of channel the weather energy so that Weather Wizard can't use the weather energy, what if Weather Wizard had the weather wand?
Yeah, that's exactly what... As soon as I was like, oh, this is going to go badly.
Yeah.
At one point, I thought Weather Wizard was just going to grab it.
I did, too. Like, early on.
Right.
And they wouldn't even get a chance to use it.
Has not happened. Did not happen in this episode.
Do you think it will happen?
Yes, I definitely do.
Why? Why do you think that?
Because...
Aside from it being called the weather wand.
Because he's seen what it did.
I think you're right. I think
you would at least take it to say, I'm going to take that because I don't want you to use it against me. Right?
And then maybe discover that he could use it himself to boost his power.
Exactly.
Although I'm not sure this version of Weather Wizard needs his power boosted. I mean, the guy's like summoning up freaking storms and lightning and whole tsunamis at the end of the episode. Like, pretty crazy. I can't imagine
him even being more powerful.
Yeah, right? Like, cataclysmic, world-ending kind of stuff might happen. But anyway, the reason I think he's going to have it, I think you're right. The obvious, like, in the context of the universe, the logical step for the character to want it is, oh, wow, that took away my power. I want to have it, and maybe he'll discover.
Yep.
I do think, however, that from a more like creative standpoint, from the writer's perspective, that he will get it because they've taken such care to set up all the rogues in their technology. So Captain Cold's gun, Heatwave's gun, now Weather Wizard's wand. Weather Wizard is one of the rogues, right? So they're just kind of setting up all the rogues and all of their technological devices that enable them to do what they do. So that's why I think he will definitely get it. It's just because the way the show is going, you know, and how they're kind of portraying the rogues and stuff. Although he is the first true meta of the rogues. He has the power regardless. He just will augment it with this weather wand.
Yeah, to me they do a really good job of character development, so I literally think that's what they're going to do here.
Yeah.
And it's just a natural step is for him to have that weapon. Not because he thinks he can use it, but because he's going to want it because it's been used against him.
Right.
And he won't want to have anyone have power over him, and then I think he'll discover that he can actually use it.
So what happens now? Weather Wizard now abducts Detective West, calls Iris, breaks West's leg.
Oh, the leg break was
terrible.
Brutal.
You know, just awful.
Which I actually was glad at, because sometimes they don't really show that. It's not like I need to see gratuitous violence and sex or whatever. But I was glad that they showed his leg and that they weren't afraid to do that.
Ew, it was gross. So he basically, Weather Wizard calls up Iris and is like, I have your dad. You come to this coast right here. And she does, and Barry is with her.
Yeah.
And
I'm literally on my seat going, she's going to find out.
Oh my God. Oh, what a great idea.
Oh my God. She's gonna find out.
Oh, were you? I didn't know at that moment.
Like,
everything that happened from this moment on was kind of shocking because they actually, Iris this whole time has been suspicious of Wells, and oh my God, we're not even talking about this other thing that's going on. We'll talk about that in a second. So, meanwhile, Cisco is really suspicious of Dr. Wells and gets Caitlin to help stall Dr. Wells so he can do a test on the force field they used to try and cast Reverse Flash. And he finds out it was a hologram that was pre-programmed. And, you know, Wells realizes something's going on. And he catches Cisco doing this. And Cisco is all of a sudden terrified. Wells is walking. He tells him, yep, I'm Reverse Flash. You know,
he shows him how he does the mirror image.
He does the mirror image thing, like crazy stuff. And Cisco's scared to death.
Cisco's crying.
He's starting to cry because I think he knows he's been betrayed. He's been fooled. He's
devastated.
And he's devastated.
This guy's like family to him.
And he even says, Cisco, I looked at you like a son, but you have to realize you've been dead for centuries to me. And he vibrates his hand really fast and shoves it into Cisco's chest and murders him. Just drops dead right there. I was just floored. Floored!
And before he even does that, we find out that, you know, he had gone back in time, and he's from the future.
Yeah.
He'd gone back in time, and he's also...
he's Eobard Thawne.
Yes.
And he is... So Eddie Thawne not one of the Flashes, is a distant relative, which I called, by the way. I made that prediction, and that he was actually Eobard Thawne, Eddie's descendant.
So he's from the future, comes back in time to kill Barry Allen, but accidentally... So I don't know, whatever...
He was trying to kill Barry that night, not Barry's mom.
Right. So he's trying to kill Barry, not his mom. And then you know, he also realizes that he needs Barry to be fast enough at a certain speed because that's his way of getting back to his...
I don't know what his connection with Barry is on that front, to be honest with you. I think he's trying to steal Speed Force for some reason.
Yeah.
There was no... I don't think there was a direct connection drawn to motive yet, other than he wants to get back to his time. He feels trapped here. I'm not sure how the whole Barry Flash thing ties into that yet.
But he has to get him fast enough, so
we don't know why.
He does say that. He goes, I have to get him that he needs to be faster. He needs to go fast enough so he can get back. So there's something involved with Barry's speed. That's why he's been training him and working him to get faster and faster. But
I thought you were referring to Barry needs to go faster to get back. I gotcha. Anyway, I get you. So
no, he does. He needs Barry. He ends up needing Barry.
I know.
Anyway.
I thought you meant Barry needed to get back, not he needs Barry to go faster so that Eobard can get back. I was confused about who you were talking about.
That part you just said.
That's what I know that now. Okay. We're actually agreeing.
Oh my God, if I could only go back in time.
I know, and avoid that little exchange. Okay. Run fast! Okay. All right.
Vibrant random?
Oh, damn! That's more personal than poison, as we covered in the Gotham one.
So
anyway.
it actually, it's weird because this is someone who can love somebody and yet just kill them like that.
Yeah, kills him like that because he's centuries dead to him. It was really cool. So Cisco dies. We're like, oh my God, where do they go from here?
And then I realized that then and there about how much I love Cisco's character. My heart was just like, oh, I'm crushed. How can this be?
Yeah. So, meanwhile, back to Weather Wizard. He does the tsunami, and Caitlin basically says you have to do this wave front pressure thing. He and Iris kiss. They confess their love to each other. They kiss. They have their first kiss. Mm-hmm. You can see it in their eyes that it wasn't a terrible first kiss either. Right? They were about to move forward into that chapter of their life. And Barry is like, oh my God, there's a tidal wave. You know, Weather Wizard's trying to kill you in front of your dad. He has to do this thing. He's like, I'm sorry I didn't want you to find out this way. Bam! He becomes the Flash right in front of her doing this thing, and she's just in awe of the whole thing. He's doing his back and forth along the lake. Along the back and forth.
Back and forth?
No circle.
Okay.
Back and forth. So he's going on the shoreline, and he's creating this wavefront. He starts running so fast that he breaks the time barrier. Mm-hmm. Now he is seeing himself running from the earlier episode. He is the reflection. Mm-hmm. Now this version of Barry, future Barry, is the reflection that past Barry saw.
I'm gonna stop time.
Wait, hold on, let me finish. And when this time though, instead of that past Barry stopping on the street and looking around, it's future Barry. Mm-hmm. And so now what happened is future Barry is now taking over the timeline a day earlier from the Barry that just lived everything. Meaning he has knowledge of the future at that point.
I know, and as soon as I saw that, within a literally split second, I was like, oh, everything's going timey-wimey.
Yeah.
I was like, there's a possibility Cisco is not dead.
There's not a possibility. Cisco is not dead.
Right.
Professor Zoom, Reverse Flash, does not know that they are onto him. So the future can Weather
be
Wizard hasn't...
Or can it?
Well, so here's what it reminded me of. It reminded me of Groundhog's Day, where Bill Murray kept living the same day over and over again. And he reached that pinnacle day where he actually almost got what's the news reporter actress's name? I forget the actress. Andie MacDowell in bed, like he was trying to sleep with her the whole time. And they actually had a perfect day together and kind of fell for each other a little bit and were about to... And then he tried to recapture it the next day, and he was forcing it. And so it all kept going south. He kept getting slapped in the face.
That's for making me care about you. Stop it!
And the way it looked to me from the preview for next week that's exactly what's going to happen here. the foreknowledge that Barry has of what's going to happen actually works against him. Which, if you take that deeper to another episode we saw, with Barry being able to go back in time and save his mother, that he be prepared, which might be the reason that went south and his mother ended up dying instead of him.
The whole timey-wimey thing, I literally was like, oh my god, so cool. And I was like, oh no, they're going to go into this weird time thing.
I was liking that.
Oh,
you don't like it?
I'm never a fan of all the time paradoxes and going back in time, what gets affected, what doesn't. I start overthinking. It's a personal thing for me, but yeah, I'm a little.
I don't know if you require time travel to overthink anything.
And then there's this part. then whatever. I'm just gonna pretend I did not hear that, and slap you later. So yeah, I'm like, I wonder how many episodes of timey-wimey stuff's gonna last for, because I'm not tolerant of the timey-wimey.
All right, well, the timey-wimey is gonna last for a long time because the whole show is based on timey-wimey. So. You're going to learn to love it because you love the show.
No, but the focus. So maybe they'll do...
It's always the focus.
They may just focus this one next episode.
No, that is not... No, it's the Flash. They're going to break the time barrier left and right.
God damn it.
There's this thing called the cosmic treadmill. Prepare yourself for all kinds of wacky to happen, because it's going to.
Is that at 24 hours?
There's a talking gorilla in this with psychic abilities. How could you not be okay with time travel and be okay with that?
I told you it's a personal thing. Not everybody likes something, right? Everyone has something they're not particularly
Everyone likes cool things, Ellen.
Time travel's just not my thing.
You're a Doctor Who fan! She's driving me crazy right now. I think she's doing it on purpose at this point. Are you trolling me?
I don't know. Maybe we did this before.
Oh, wow, that was good.
It was good.
All right, well, we'll see what happens next week. This week was just absolutely mind-blowingly cool. I love how it ended on that cliffhanger. It was very, very awesome. Glad that The Flash is back off its mid-season break, and can't wait to see what they do to finish off this whole season. Mm-hmm. Been a great first season so far.
So what do you think is going to happen in the next episode? Will Iris may or may not know. She may slap him in the face and hate his guts.
I think it's going to be a Groundhog Day thing. I'm calling it. He's going to go forward with the knowledge of that kiss and try and recreate it, and he's not going to be able to. It's going to feel forced, and it's going to make her feel funny and weird. I guarantee.
I don't know how he's going to stop the Cisco thing unless Wells is not there. I don't know.
Here's what's going to happen. Barry has no idea that Wells killed Cisco.
I know.
In that other reality. When he goes back in time, I guarantee you he talks to Wells first. And that's what alters Wells' path to the point where Cisco and gets confronted by him. And so Cisco's still alive. But that moment will happen eventually. Anyway, we are out of time. We have got to sign off. We're going to have to see what happens with everybody else next week. Oh, man, the puns are just off the chart right now. I'm not even trying to do it.
Yeah.
All right, thank you for tuning into this episode of Spyt-Takes. Leave us some comments below. Don't forget to leave us your thoughts about episodes of Flash or Spyt-Takes itself at #Spyt-Takes. And we will talk to you next time. Take care.
Later. Next time. It's almost medieval. It's like people have like clubs, and I swear there's some guy with like a shovel.
No, it was a machine gun. You were like, why is the guy with the machine gun like holding it like, oh!
He's charging with it like it's a club instead of using it. I'm like, you just stand back and shoot. You just don't go, I'm going to hit you with my gun. And we don't really know what that is.
We don't.
My theory is like she finally had it because she was tired of the toilet seat being up.
Really?
I don't know.
What? Toilets are different in Asia, though. I don't even think they have toilets and seats.
Yes, they do.
No, it's like this, like 3-inch sunken. You just sort of squat over it and let it all go.
You wouldn't replace the toilet paper. These are all things that women divorce their husbands on. So.
Okay, I actually think it has to do with their son.
So yeah, totally. So it's like that's just got to be a probably almost a death kill right there.
Yeah, a death kill.
Yeah.
As opposed to a life kill, or a death life. Or...
No, what I meant to say. Fail on words.
I'm gonna death kill you now. Yeah.
I like your take on that because my take is awful. Mine is like Batman meets Downton Abbey.
Oh, maybe because yeah. No, I thought it was a nice little.
See, yours is better.
Yeah.
Here's what I found on the web for Siri. Find me the nearest rising darkness.
The inside story of series origins.
But then
That's a good theory, actually.
Yes.
I'm impressed.
The brain.
Wow, I just got blown away. I just fell in love with you all over again. Will you marry me again?
Maybe.
Anyway, well,
you're a bum. I don't know.
Oh, I am a bum. I am a.
He's practically holding his head back.